Fort Worth, Texas, and Amon G. Carter Stadium, home of the TCU Horned Frogs. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the TCU Horned Frogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He'll call for the fair catch here. Line gets set, first down. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you that we're not just your little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. We're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading and bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Leaves it with the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Wants to throw. It's Vasquez. Moving away from pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
4th and 1, turn around, hand it off to your bell cow running back, and let him go move the sticks. Great job.
Catch in the middle. It's Pratt. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, TCU! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. He leaves it with the back. And the visitors start their day with nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
So that's a lightning fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good. The pass wasn't where he wanted to put it.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the move, it's Rivera. Powers through. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. He gets a little bit of ground for the offense. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the gun, the ground game. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
All right, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And the Horned Frogs looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Scanning the field, it's Vasquez. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterbacks got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll come out throwing on first down. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that one.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, and no PI, able to swat it away and pass it.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves the continues. Throwing right. Another incompletion on third down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Rivero. Makes a move. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, TCU! A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returns are so good. Like touch football, you can't even get your hand on those so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Yeah, don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some balance and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's close to the first down, and they're going to mark him just a little short. LSU quick to the line. On third and short, the power run here. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage. Nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
And that is no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
Looking for a deep man. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Armstrong! And once he found open space, the band might as well
job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Fair catch called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
First down for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Moving out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag down on the play. Let's see what that's about. And they'll accept the penalty and push this offense backward. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of the time to get to that first down mark. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He's got great speed. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run design runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
To the ground with the back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Off the RPO, complete. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll line up for a second down play.
4-2 Spider. Face it.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
The Horned Frogs are flying down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
That is exactly what this defense needed. They have not had a great first half, given up a bunch of touchdowns, but this might get them started. This might get the energy going and maybe rattle the quarterback a little bit with that sack.
It's complete to the right. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. And it's no good. He missed it. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, John.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense.
Easy.
Using the quick game. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker.
And that ball is picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
Great job by the safety. You see safeties back in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, understanding where he's throwing the football. Great break, great interception.
And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
6-9-1. Gators score. Ready, go.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. And the Horned Frogs will have it 1st and 10.
Clear. Clear.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Easy.
Looking to pass. It's Vasquez. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On the set.
You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the 1st half, but now a chance to do something. He hurls one deep down the left side. And he grabs it at the 15. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half. And listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Offense gets set for second down. Here's the handoff. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Looking to throw, it's Vasquez. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Man, how about the first half this guy's having? He already has 2 touchdowns, picks up a huge first down right here. On defense, you're going to have to find a way to control this guy. You're going to have to make some big-time adjustments at halftime.
Fires to the big fella. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll fire. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Looking to throw for it. Finds the tight end. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21.
And, man, this kicker is now 0 for 3 in this game, and you got to wonder what his confidence is like right now. He's cost his team 9 points so far.
He lobs one high down the left side. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
Pushed his way ahead. Really good run to get it out to the 20, a pickup of 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
The RPO fire complete to the left. Snowed under by the defense.
We see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. the ball.
Looking to buy time. He's going to run it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Great players like this just do a good job of making you pay. And if you want to drop back and play coverage, that's fine. He can scramble around, buy time, beat you down the field. But if nothing's open, boom. I take it to easily get a first down, make a big play, just make it a headache for the defense.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. They'll go with a direct snap. And he's dragged down.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small game and then an easier third down. How about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Trying to find his man on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Tigers are on the move. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. This time it's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when you start getting those long yardage situations.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. LSU right back to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. Defense might bring the house here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Pratt. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
Looking downfield, it's Vasquez. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd down, going up top. It's complete. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on third down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
To the air on first down. He's right on target. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
From the gun, running back on the move.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4.
Green 25. Let's go.
The give. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Now, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Okay, ready?
8th play of the drive coming up.
Come on, set.
He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, he chews up yards. I mean, that was really quick, really decisive. Design quarterback runs are very difficult to stop, and you could tell he's got some ability to make big plays, and thank goodness they got him on the ground and it wasn't a bigger play than it could have been.
And the Horned Frogs have taken it inside the 20. They'll try the run. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Clear. Clear. Hot, hot. And go.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. So here comes the field goal unity. Oh, they got a hand on it. It's blocked. Defense has it. touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zero.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by 9 to Cal.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got his man quickly.
We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Now on second down. Back to throw, it's Vasquez. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Looking for more room. Touchdown, Tiger. The defense with the huge momentum swing, taking it all the way in. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Makes the grab down the middle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to run for it. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Extending the play. Makes the catch past the sticks. Tackle is made after the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
They go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Vasquez. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. The give and the run on 4th down. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown LSU! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Vasquez. He's going to take off. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a 3rd and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on 3rd down.
On the move, he fires. Makes the grab. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And is knocked away. An incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. The give, and tick, 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 tick. What a cut! Now he's loose. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few 1st downs together, we're looking really good.
Okay,
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Right back to the well. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Hand off to the single running back. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute. You got to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock until you get it.
They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on 3rd down. The give to the tailback. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. No time to feel sorry for yourself here, Jesse. There's still a chance, but you've got to. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. A little less room to work with now. The ball's at the 28, and it's 3rd and long. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. And that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses that evolve so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.